The following is a non-profit fandub. Lost Alice belongs to the Shall We Date series, which is owned by NTT Solmare. Please support the official release on Dear Otome or Storyjar. We hope you enjoy!
Slowly, I started to regain consciousness. I got up and looked around the room, only to realize that I was in an unfamiliar house. Have I been sleeping? Unlike the cave, I wasn't lying on a cold floor, but was on a bed with a fluffy mattress. It had a canopy and was surrounded by beautiful curtains. Some of the furniture was definitely unique. It was a cute bedroom, certainly fit for a princess. It isn't that I didn't sleep very well. When exactly did I even fall asleep? The last thing I remembered before passing out was the Hatter. I was talking to him at the mysterious tea party. I wonder what that mysterious voice was. I straightened myself up and hopped down from the bed. Fine, wondering will get me nowhere. I need to search this house. I wonder whose house this is. Am I the only one here? Being puzzled, I looked around the room. Then I began walking out of there, muttering my biggest question. I carefully made my way through the house, but my earlier instincts were right. No one was here. The place was clean, suggesting it wasn't an abandoned house. But there was no sign of anyone living here. If I were to take a guess, I'd say it's a brand new house that someone just moved into. Just as I voiced my thoughts, I heard a hesitant knock on the door. Yes? Who is it? Well, there was no one here but me. If I didn't answer, who else would? Still, I took the precaution of looking outside through the peephole. Luke! As far as I could remember, the man who came calling was the last person I'd met. I stepped back a little and opened the door. Luke regarded me with a look of surprise. I hesitated at first, but I found the courage to speak. Good morning, Luke. I had just woken up, so I went with what sounded natural to me. Luke gave me a small smile and bowed, returning my greeting.
Good morning, Amelie.
It's the first time I've seen him smile. Despite the succession of incomprehensive events, his gentle greeting somehow put me at ease. Thank you, Luke. I looked up at him in his silk hat and expressed my gratitude. He blinked his jade-colored eyes in confusion.
What for?
For calling me by my real name. Nobody has bothered to listen, so it was a relief. I shrugged my shoulders with a wry smile, recalling all that had happened since I awoke in the strange cave.
I see.
Luke gave me a kind smile. Unlike Joker and Kyle the Cheshire Cat, Luke called me by my name. I let down my guard a little and decided to ask about what happened at the tea party. To be honest, I don't remember what happened after the tea party. You know, don't you? You were there until a moment ago.
Not a moment ago.
Huh?
You've been sleeping for a few days.
What? Are you serious?
What's wrong, Amelie?
I abruptly ran back into the house. I sensed Luke was following me, but I didn't bother to stop him.
Amelie?
Luke, wait! Don't come any closer! I raised my voice to stop a confused-looking Luke as I ran into the bathroom. I'm going to take a shower now.
Right now? Amelie, I need to speak with you.
Yes, right now. It can't wait another second. How could I have slept for days? You know, which means I haven't bathed the past few days.
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
See? So my first priority right now is to take a bath. I'll die if I don't.
I doubt you would, but...
Luke smiled wryly in response to my desperate plea. His smile was somehow sad yet happy at the same time, causing me to furrow my brows. Anyways, can you leave? Or do you intend to peek while a lady bathes?
No, I'm sorry. I'll wait in the living room.
Luke stumbled over his words and retreated to the living room. Relieved that he went away, I started to quickly undress. Since you've been asleep for several days, after you bathe, you need to eat. So Luke invited me for a tea party. It was the same place where I first met Luke the other day.
Amelie, eat whatever you'd like. I'll pour the tea.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate Luke's consideration, but glancing at the table, there is an array of strange-looking sweets. I wonder if it's okay to eat them. Cute cookies with white and peach-colored icing were jumping on the table, as if begging to be eaten. Cupcakes decorated with roses made of lemon cream piped up. When will you be eating us? Everything looked so pretty and delicious, but there was something unusual about these sweets. Is it normal for sweets to talk? My loss of memory had me doubting myself. Luke doesn't seem to think anything was out of the ordinary, so maybe I just forgot? When I didn't reach for anything, Luke placed a cup of tea in front of me. Oh, this smells wonderful. I closed my eyes and enjoyed the aroma wafting up toward me. But before I could reach for the teacup, a violet-colored marshmallow plunged into the tea. Oh. I looked away from the marshmallow melting in the hot tea and addressed Luke. You're very adept at serving tea, Luke.
Yeah,
Luke smiled with pride.
tea is great. It can have a very calming effect.
Could Luke have invited me to this tea party to help calm me? I could sense his quiet consideration.
At first, I couldn't really appreciate the finer points of it. But I became naturally good at pouring it after holding a tea party every day.
Every day? You must really like tea parties. My surprise prompted me to repeat the question, but Luke didn't answer. My image of a tea party was inviting lots of friends and having a good time. That's why I was taken by surprise. You don't really look like the type to hold a party, Luke. You are the type of person who'd want to sit and drink his tea alone. Although, if that were the case, it wouldn't be called a tea party. I didn't hold back when giving him my impression, but Luke still didn't respond. I stared intently at his profile. Luke sits perfectly natural at my side and serving tea. But there is nothing uncomfortable about his manner. It isn't like he had an ulterior motive. You seem like a nice guy, Luke.
Do you think so?
Yes. When I nodded, he gave me a conflicted smile. After seeing his expression, I immediately sensed it. Luke did indeed know something about me. Luke. His response piqued my interest, but I swallowed the words and focused on a different topic. By the way, whose house is that?
That house?
You know, the one where I was sleeping. It doesn't look like anyone lives there.
That's Alice's house, meaning it's yours.
Huh? I shook my head to refute his claim. I'm not Alice. I'm Amelie. You called me so, didn't you, Luke?
Yes, you are Amelie.
Luke nodded lightly and pierced me with his gaze.
I remember what's important.
His eyes were honest, and I felt I could trust him. He seemed to put so much meaning into so few words. It made my heart flutter. I seemed to have piles of unanswered questions. I couldn't seem to stop myself from asking them. Luke, are you the one who carried me to Alice's house? Did you put me in that bed after I passed out? Luke maintained his silence, not uttering a word. But he didn't deny it, which meant he might have been the one. I don't recall anything about the house or the forest. That's why it all feels so strange. There are flowers that sparkle like gemstones, and sweets that jump around while talking. It all seems so impossible to me. But it's normal to you. When I explained my confusion, he quietly answered,
This is Wonderland.
Wonderland? I had hoped that he would elaborate. Instead, he fell silent again. Okay. Do you know how I can get home? I'd like to return to my own home as soon as possible. Not Alice's home, but my home. I may be able to regain the memories I've lost.
Amelie.
My name fell from Luke's lips. He pinned me with a serious look. I gasped lightly, as his gaze seemed to pierce right through me.
There's no point if you don't find the path on your own.
What do you mean there's no point? I was left aghast by the harshness of his words. Why does there have to be a point to a simple path? I just want to go home. All this confusion had me pouting.
Luke can be so confusing sometimes.
Ugh, I know. Why can't he be more forthcoming? Huh? My eyes flew to the owner of the strange voice that unexpectedly joined the conversation. Wait, how long have you been there? I absent-mindedly nodded in agreement. I hadn't even realized that someone else had joined us. Wait, who are you? A rabbit? His sudden appearance left me wide-eyed. But this long-eared boy seemed unfazed by my surprise. His light bow was full of confidence.
Yes, the March Hare. That's me. Nice to meet you, Alice.
Oh, hello. While I was surprised by his sudden appearance, what unnerved me the most was this newcomer who had also taken to calling me Alice.
Well, well, to think that I'd be called upon to introduce the next page. How delightful. Well then, Alice, will you join me in taking a look into the rest of the tale?
If that's how you're going to be about it, you leave me no choice.
The March Hare snapped his fingers. The cookies that had been rolling around on the table suddenly started to float up and hurled themselves at Luke as fast as bullets.
I accept your challenge.
Alice, the Queen of Hearts has summoned your presence.
The Queen of Hearts? Why me? So this is the Castle of Heart. Finally reaching the Castle of Heart, I stopped to take in its appearance.
Be careful, Amelie.
Huh? Luke whispered into my ear as I regarded the castle which looked straight out of a fairy tale.
It looks like this is as far as we're going to get. Alas, the Queen of Hearts has arrived. What on earth could she want with Alice? Well, rather than having me talk on and on, you might as well turn the page. So, I wonder who's up next. I haven't heard, but let's hope it's someone who can be a friend to Alice.